You don't want to, and you can do without it. I doubt you can ever do without it. No, certainly not. It is not possible. I try wrapping my head around there to see the possibility, but it just can't come. Just impossible. Must one keep trying to get the way out? No. Because there's always a way out, and that way out is to get involved, fully engaged. One tear of our existence centers on it. We can. Without it, it is everywhere. In the car, be it commercial, private, in the house, in the yard, everywhere. The office, at the business center, on the market table, everywhere you find it. It is an integral part of our existence. No condition, under no condition rather, can we live without it. It is called information. Yes, information. Good morning and welcome to King's Local Daily on King's 88.5, your radio vendor, on the second day of October 2025. Just so you know, we are transmitting from Central Monrovia, situated between Randall and Front Streets, adjacent the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. I'm Sam Andrews. These are the papers your radio vendor, Kings 88.5, bringing to you free of charge. You only buy by technology. The news, the nation's news since 1989. The In Profile Daily, the Doyen Inquirer, the Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you. The authoritative heritage. Liberia's most analytical newspaper, The Analyst, one of the Doyen newspapers as The Heritage. Liberia's most analytical newspaper, The Analyst. So where do we start? The news, the nation's news since 1989. Lead story. Officer's killer faces murder trial. Officer killer faces murder trial. That's the lead story of the news, the nation's news since 1989. Officer's killer faces murder trial. The man who is alleged to have killed police officer Patrolman Mark D. Bracewell in the Vietown area that led the police director, the chief justice, and scores of lawmakers going on the scene to lay reef. The paper is reporting that they have fast-tracked that, and now he faces murder trial. He's on the front page, Francis Nana. The footnote story, Chief Justice's son resigns. That's the footnote story of the front page of the newspaper. Chief Justice's son resigns. The Chief Justice had earlier given a justification why he nominated his son for appointment to such a key position after he came under attack by the president of the Trial Judges Association, and now the son has resigned after a series of criticisms, with some in the legal system supporting him, political people also supporting him, but he has succumbed to simple common sense by resigning. Firestone school system in violation. The back page of the news. Abandoned traveling abroad. Bouaka urges citizens to focus on building Liberia. Abandoned traveling abroad. Bouaka urges citizens to focus on building Liberia. The back lead of the news. Other stories. Press Union of Liberia gets donation for headquarter project. Press Union of Liberia gets donation for headquarter project. The paper is reporting that Borg IT Liberia has given 100,000 Liberian dollars to the Press Union of Liberia in support of the construction of its own headquarters. That's great. CMEX secures grant to advance press freedom. CMEX is the short form for Center for Media Studies and Peace Building, headed by Malcolm Joseph. UL LEPO to launch Technology Center. LWSC holds meeting with MCC officials. The news, the nation's news since 1989, is out this morning for only 40 Liberian dollars, no more, no less. With this lead story, Officer Killer faces murder trial. You want to get a copy from any one of the vendors. If you are unable, as per your location, your workload, inaccessibility, then your radio vendor, Kings 88.5, has brought the paper to you. No catch, only by technology. Information is good, it's key. It is a good meal throughout the day. Put it on just as you put on your clothes. Never allow anybody to mislead you by telling you leave the people thing, leave politics, don't get involved. No, information is different from politics. Get involved. Know what is happening around you, why it's happening, who are those involved, because it affects you directly and indirectly. Don't be misled. Get involved. Get fully engaged. The In Profile Daily newspaper is next up on King's Local Daily. Lead story, front page. Gbese resigns. Gbese resigns. That's the lead story of the In Profile Daily newspaper. The son of Chief Justice William Gbese, he's on the front page alongside his father, Chief Justice Yami Gbese, and the man who appointed him without doing due diligence, Joseph Yoma Boakai. The three of them are sharing the front page. The Chief Justice was in violation. He was accused of nepotism. He justified, defended, even threatened the trial judges who raised concern on that. But he bowed to public pressure. Behind the scene, told his son to resign, and he did the needful to resign. The law is the law. Other stories, the front page, LNP charges driver with murder. Francis Na, the taxi driver who is alleged to have had the altercation that resulted into a terrific accident that took the life of Officer Mark D. Briswell. He is likely to face murder charge. MOA, farmers fit on AI generation. And this is the back page of the In Profile Daily. Bog IT donates 100,000 Liberian dollars to the Press Union of Liberia to kickstart its construction of the new headquarters. The president of the Press Union of Liberia, Julius Kanuma, alongside Bok IT executive with the presentation. Drug explosion claims LDA DEA Grand Jury commander's attention. LACRA commits to Boakai's agriculture agenda. Government launches joint evaluation exercise. MOH concludes second phase of basic care training. The In Profile Daily is out today for 40 Liberian dollars. Reasonable amount. Only 40. No more. No less. You want to get a copy, if you haven't yet, from any one of the vendors so that you have a full understanding of the lead story. Gbese resigns. Gbese resigns. If you are unable, given your situation, then your radio vendor, Kings 88.5, has brought the paper to you. The lead story, just 2 words. Gbese resigns. The son of the Chief Justice, whom he appointed with a direct instruction to Joseph Yoma Boakai, and the president heeded to the instruction of the Chief Justice. They are on the front page. The man who did the appointment with no due diligence, no validation, Joseph Yoma Boakai, the Chief Justice himself by authority, and the son, William Gbese. "15 minutes after 11, you're listening to and watching Kings Local Daily on Kings 88.5. We are transmitting from Central Morovia, situated between Randa and Front Streets, adjacent the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. Today is Thursday, the 2nd of October. The Pioneer Inquirer newspaper is next up. Lead story. APMON, APMON, APMON launches 2025 Africa Open Parliament Index, scrutinizes Africa's democracy. That's the lead story of the Inquirer newspaper. APMO launches 2025 Africa Open Parliament Index, scrutinizes Africa's democracy. It is the African Parliamentary Monitoring Organization Network, APMO for short. The footnote stories: WFP, government collaborate to end hunger in Liberia. LAA, that's Liberia Land Authority, issues statutory deeds to customary communities. The back page of the Pioneer Inquirer newspaper. For ignoring government's requirement for graduation, Firestone school system gets 5,000 fine. LWSC vows transparency. Water expansion, system reform. The Inquirer, like other papers, is out for $40 Liberian dollars. You want to get a copy, please do, from any one of the vendors. $80 after 11. If you got 12 o'clock appointment or to be at that place before 12 or at 12, you got just under 45 minutes to do so, or 25 minutes. The Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you. Lead story: safeguarding 400 billion blue economy. Maritime leaders meeting in Monrovia push for harmonized rules and investment. They are all on the front page. Budget: Liberia backs PUL headquarters projects with 100,000 Liberian dollars donation. Ex-DRC President Joseph Kabila sentenced to death in absentia. The back page of the Oracle News Daily. Boakai discourages migration to U.S. That's the back lead. Boakai discourages migration to U.S. The sub-lead story back page: Chief Justice's son resigns amid nepotism allegations. Chief Justice's son resigns amid nepotism allegations. The Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you, is out this morning for $40 Liberian dollars. No more, no less. Get a copy, please. If you haven't yet, from any one of the vendors. Unable, your radio vendor, Kings 88.5, has brought the paper to you. Twenty minutes past 11 o'clock. The second day of October 2025, the authoritative heritage, one of the Doyen newspapers on the newsstand, is next. Lead story: Liberia pledges reforms to boost maritime sector. That's the lead story of the authoritative heritage newspaper. The owner story, front page with the detail, and it carries the photograph of the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Samuel Steve Quire. Liberia pledges reforms to boost maritime sector. The back page of the authoritative heritage. It's all about the birthday of the standard bearer, Congress for Democratic Change, former president, Republic of Liberia, global icon, George Weah. The paper couldn't have done this. Congratulations. Thanks ever so much to the authoritative heritage newspaper you want to see. They took the entire back page to commemorate, celebrate the birthday of former Liberian President George Weah. Right. Thank you so much. Yes, this is patriotism, nationalism. This is professional journalism, irrespective of different political policy. But he served as the president of the Republic of Liberia and still the leading opposition political figure in Liberia. Doesn't have to be in government again before. Yes, the authoritative heritage. Let me say thanks ever so much to the publisher of the paper, Mohammed Kane. Thank you so much. This is patriotism, nationalism. He dedicated the entire back page of the paper on the birthday of former Liberian President George Weah, which was on yesterday. Why the rest of the paper will make no mention of it, but focus on everything where the money was flowing. Maritime meeting. Again, thanks to Mohammed Kane. Thank you so much. You did extremely well. This is nationalism, patriotism. This is citizenship. This is everything. You are 100% professional. Thank you very much, Mohammed Kane, and all of the people there at the authoritative heritage newspaper. If you haven't gotten a copy of the authoritative heritage newspaper, please do. If you are a seditian, get a copy. Get a copy, please. Get a copy. Take all of the copies of the papers from the newsstand. This is what the paper did. The publisher and the editor. What a tribute. What a patriotic responsibility. What a nationalistic responsibility. That's great. Seditians, friends of CDC, everybody, you'll get a copy of the authoritative heritage newspaper. Not so because it is out, but it is a souvenir. Oh, yes, it is a souvenir. You need to have that copy. Ask any one of the vendors for the heritage. Call any newspaper vendor and say, give me heritage. The paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars, only 40, no more, no less. And you Seditians can even pay more than 40. Thanks again to Mohammed Kane and his editors. "25 minutes after 11. Gradually, we are winding down to zoom out. Liberia's most investigative newspaper, The Independent, is next. Lead story: LMA unveils 5-year strategic roadmap for vibrant maritime sector. That's the lead story of The Independent newspaper. Liberia Maritime Authority unveiled 5-year strategic roadmap for vibrant maritime sector. The head of that institution, Councillor Nito Lai, with the scene of the event on the front page. Journalists urged to observe Code of Ethics. PUL committee recommends. Journalists urged to observe Code of Ethics. PUL committee recommends. The president of the Press Union of Liberia, Julius Kanuma, the man who has taken PUL to an unprecedented level that none of his predecessors have done. He's on the front page. What a leader, what a visionary, what a futuristic thinker he is. The back page of The Independent, several flunkies graduated MOE slams Firestone school system with $500K fine. That's the back lead of The Independent newspaper. Several flunkies graduated MOE slams Firestone school system with $500K fine. All flunky means failure. And the Minister of Education, Dr. Jasso Dr. Jasso Malejala, on the back page. LACRA committed to boycott's agenda. Acting Director Den Sayed discloses stakeholders to commit to advancing FP 2030 goals. Celebrate World Contraceptive Day. The Independent is out for $50 Liberian. You want to get a copy? Please do. You ought to, for only $50 from any one of the vendors. The last but not the least, and then we out with 28 minutes after 11. Liberia's most analytical newspaper, The Analyst. Lead story: teamwork, key to unlocking Africa's maritime potential. Liberia Maritime Authority boss tells ocean leaders at AMA conference in Monrovia. His Councillor Nito Zazala, Senior Commissioner and CEO, Liberia Maritime Authority. The footnote story: sailing towards prosperity. Top-notch maritime leaders pledge support for Africa's maritime sector. The back page of The Analyst. A birthday tribute to leader of the people. Koji joins scores of Liberians celebrating former President George Weah's 59th birthday. That's the back lead of The Analyst newspaper. A birthday tribute to a leader of the people. Koji joins scores of Liberians celebrating former President George Weah's 59th birthday. The two of them are on the front page. The Secretary General of the Congress for Democratic Change and former City Mayor Jefferson Koji. The man himself, George Manin Weah. The back page, other stories: ECOWAS envoy pledges support for PUL, calls for higher standards as union celebrates 61st anniversary. Senator Snow gets dual nominations for ECOWAS missions for Global Counterterrorism Conference in Turkey and to observe Cote d'Ivoire October 25th elections. The Analyst is out for $40 Liberian, only 40, no more, no less. Get a copy from any one of the vendors if you haven't yet. Please do. Information is key, is vital, is essential. It is integral component of our existence. 1/3 of our existence on Earth centers on information. Get involved, get fully engaged with it. Don't despise it, don't reject it, don't allow yourself to be fooled, used, prevented by others not to get involved. Be curious so that you are not tossed to and fro, exploited, abused, used, and you are at the mercy of the informed ones. Be informed, get involved. Thank you. That's all the time we've got for King's Local Daily on Kings 88.5. We're back tomorrow with the Friday's edition. Join us if you can. That's when Jen and Pessima is in with that. Before then, the news is on at 1 King's Newsroom. You want to join us for that? And at 3, Real Talk. I'm Sam Andrews.